and we'll go to Harold in Rochester next. What's up, Harold?
Hey, I wanted to know from the best special teams player of all time, how on the last play, when we're coming out of a timeout where we know the other team's going to kick a field goal, either on the next play or the play after, that I'm assuming it was Leonard Floyd that was on the field still from the play before, only because he wasn't on the field for the final kick and everybody else was. Who's responsible for that substitution? Is it on Benford being the back player? Is it on Coach Smiley? Is it on the head coach? Is it on Floyd to get himself off? Is it on the guy substituting for him to tell Floyd to leave? I mean, whose responsibility usually is it to make sure there's only 11 guys on the field?
It is everybody you mentioned there in your question. It's all of their responsibilities. All of them. It's not hard to count to 11. It's not hard to, and they weren't coming out of a timeout right at the kick because they were hurrying it up. They had a timeout right before that. But you're right. They should have said, hey, they're going to try and get on and off fast. We got to be ready for that. That's got to happen. You got to have 12 guys. You got to know that because of your substitution drills during the week that everybody does, you got to know that there's going to be a change-up happening and be ready for it. Everybody from the head coach to all the way down to the players, even players who are not on the field, who are core special teams guys, should have had an idea about who should have been on, who should have been off. I mean, it's like Sean McDermott said, it is inexcusable. There's no way that should have happened. And it cost you a game. It cost you a game. In the most unlikely of ways, no question, but it cost you the game.
Yeah.
After all the cruddy stuff that happened last night, you still, after a -3 turnover margin, after, turning it over, pass interference, all the stuff that happened in that game, you're running for 109 yards with a back who had been benched early in the game. You scheme 3 TDs wide open. Kincaid's wide open. Murray walks into the end zone. Josh walks into the end zone. You get a 2-point play to Gabe Davis after Gabe Davis volleyballs a ball for an interception. I mean, all that stuff it could not have gone more wrong last night, and you still had a chance to win it. And the most simple thing of all got you. You had an extra guy on the field. It is absolutely everybody's fault. Everybody. And, I'm not saying because of that and just that's why Ken Dorsey was fired. I'm saying that there's a lot more behind the change at the offensive coordinator position than just yesterday. I think there's something there more than just yesterday. And whatever that is, we may never know, but the move's been made and they're going to move forward without him. But yes, it was everybody you mentioned, in my opinion. Everybody involved in that. All 11 guys, all 12 guys that were on the field should have known. The special teams coordinator should have known. The assistant special teams coordinator should have known. The head coach should have noticed. The defensive coordinator should have. All the guys up in the booth should have noticed. Although they all got stuff going on, all of them missed it.
Yep.
And that's why McDermott rightfully said it's inexcusable.
Let's go to Ginny in Penfield.